Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Conan Exiles. We've started a new session and it has actually remembered where we are, which is something I've not tested before. I mean, I've always, up until now, signed out. Let's climb down from here. Signed out in the safety of our own home, which is generally sensible, but it doesn't really teach you a lot about moving throughout the game. Now, I was thinking off camera just a little bit. I actually really like this area up here. I'm tempted at some point to move our base up, but given the effort it's taken to get up here, it's going to be quite a while before we can actually do something worthwhile. I like the fact that there's this little camp down below us. Let's actually have a look. Is there anyone down there at the moment? I can't see. I think if we climb down the way we came up. Close enough. Close enough. We'll get a better view, because if there's no one there at the moment, I'm going to raid this place before anyone spawns in. And the game does seem to be a little bit forgiving about spawning monsters in immediately around where you are. So what better time? The Corner of Bones! What better time to loot and explore a camp, just in case. We'll pull this out. Yes, I'm going to take... Oh, a sentry egg. That's that really foul-smelling stuff, isn't it? We'll take all of this, including the banner. What else have we got around here? Can't do anything with that. Any more chests? Or drums, or anything else of note? Spikes. Just standing near spikes hurts you. Good to know. Good to know. I wonder if we can build our own spikes at any point. Now, I don't think that counts as scouting their camp unless, like, going up into the middle of this works. We've probably got to kill people in order to actually trigger that. But nevertheless, we're not going to get distracted from what it is we were trying to do. Let's just have a very quick look at our inventory. We've got a lot of stone on us at the moment. I don't need that much. We're going to drop it. That frees up quite a lot of inventory weight. I'm assuming we can place the banner at some point. Maybe back at our home. But let's have a look at the map. So we've effectively gone over the top of this. Back to home is going to be like round that way, which is fine. That's reasonable. We want to go up this way anyway. In search of ironstone. So I think if we move on in that direction, we'll try and do like a bit of a loop round. Can't do anything with that. Might be able to like try and harvest it, but we can't just pick it out of the ground. So for the moment, I don't care. Ironstone is really what we're looking for. Ooh, dizzy from thirst. Right, let's swap out. There is... Damn it, there is nothing. In fact. There we go. Drink, 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 drink. We need a water source semi-near us. We're not going to get very lucky, so I think up this way is going to be our best bet. That is a real shame. This is... I did not want to run out of... Ooh, is that ironstone? That looks like ironstone there. I did not want to run out of water before we actually find the whole point of this this journey. The reason we came out this way. If that's ironstone, at least we can take a little bit back. More hyenas over to the side. These do definitely look different. What we should have done... Yeah, ironstone, cool. Is we should have totally brought out a bedroll or something. So we could have set up a camp up top. Mine all the iron in a node. Journey step completed. Okay. I want to grab as much as possible before... What the hell is that? Is that like a rhino? To say do not like the look of that is a bit of an understatement. No, that's worse than a rhino. That's like positively evil, whatever that is. Can we just like circle around it? There's more ironstone just over there. I want to make sure I don't get like blindsided by something. Is that ostriches? Ostriches are actually quite dangerous in real life. And I don't quite know how aggro really works in the game yet. I think maybe we'll dodge that patch because there's that dude there. We'll grab this lot and then we'll run back. Like maybe we'll go up or something. But the more ironstone I can get, the more iron we can actually make. So obviously it's great for us to actually pick it up. Right, let's repair this. Then we'll drop the excess, so we're not carrying that extra weight. I'm gonna have a look up. I really hope there's nothing up here. Dust Devil Ridge. Is there anyone? Oh, so this counts as scouting a camp. I don't see anyone here. Let's see what they got. Ooh, lots of things. Well, we're going to get all that for the bones. We are over encumbered. Let's drop the wood. That takes us back to being under encumbered. That is fine by me. Okay, so we might have been able to come up that way. Let's have a look at the map. We are facing in the right direction, so this is actually the way we want to go back. We just want to be careful about it so we don't die on the way. He says looking down at the weird rhino demon beastie things. Yes. Maybe if we just do like a direct run down there. That's a tree, that's not ironstone. I mean, if that was ironstone, that would be like a massive, massive node. But this actually looks relatively safe to come up that path. So maybe this is the way we should have gone in the first place. By the way, I'm going to be careful about heading back. I don't want to have grabbed all that only to die on the way. We're at a point where we can still run if we need to. So looking at the map, yeah, I think this is going to be the most sensible thing we can do. We head back with this, and then we can think about bringing our camp up here. Perhaps on top of there, where we were before. Let's actually get our weapon out, because I can't see too well amongst all this. And you know what's going to happen. We're going to round a corner. There's going to be a hyena there, and they're going to eat our face. Okay, still going alright insofar as running into bits and bobs. Not found anything that massively wants to murder us yet. Let's go up and round here. I'd rather skirt the edge if I can. Do not like the sound of that. Whatever that was, that sounded angry and hungry. Hangry. This is actually a pretty good place for a base in itself. Okay, so back on the map. This is just a little bit further across from where we were. If you think we were kind of working our way along here, there's those Wampa Wampas that were doing their best to splatter us. This is just up above them, so how the hell would we get back up here? Would we climb up this way? This looks a bit terrible, so I'm thinking no. Really, that's what I want to figure out. I want to figure out how we get back rather than having to climb all the way over that mountain. I think it's actually going to be down around this way. Yeah, it's going to be round this way. So past the giant crocs and up over there. Okay, well we can climb down this. Nope. Nope, we are noping the hell out of here. We're just going to go straight past everyone and get all this iron cooking up. We don't need to kill anything more. We've got plenty of hyena pelts on us, so that's like hide for days. While the little things would be fun to kill. Just ignore us. We're passing through. Like, actually clear out. So don't worry, we are gone. Oh, jeez. Yep, everything wants a piece of us. This is why I didn't want to be overloaded. This is a very sensible way to not... reason to not be overloaded. Yeah. They don't like each other. Well, that's good for us. Bad for them. And with 44 ironstone, that's actually quite a reasonable haul, I'd say. We are still quite a long way off doing anything massively worthwhile, but let's have a look and see what we can do with these. So, for the tannery, that's just for making leather. We don't really care about that. What we want to be doing is we want to be looking at... Open this up. In here, first of all, unblemished human flesh. Can we just get them crafting? Good. And over here, we need to put all the hyena pelts in. We may as well drop off these hides. And where was it? Strip hide. It was... That's the one. Get all of them going. And over here... 22 bars of iron. Not quite enough to actually do the blacksmith's bench, but that's still a significant improvement on what we had before. So quite happy about that. Let's put that in there. And I'm going to think about how we can potentially move our base across. I think if I start making more foundations, we've got lots of plant fibre, which will do for roofing. We'll drop that for the moment because that's going to take up a lot of weight. I think we'll also drop the hyena head here. And do we... In fact, you know what? Can we repair this just with bones? Yes, we can. Nice. With 46 bones, we've got quite a lot for just general usage. You know what? Let's drop that hyena head. We don't really need it. We'll keep the bones. And most of the rest of the stuff we can like sort around. This banner, what are we going to do with that? Let's try and actually put that down somewhere. We're not going to stay here, but yeah, we could just plonk it outside. I mean, it looks fine enough. We don't care that much about it. We're not going to be staying here forever. Give me all your iron. Lots and lots of iron. This is actually going to be really good for us. Right, so back to the foundations. The foundations don't actually weigh that much in themselves, so we could take a ton of foundations and a bed to whatever our new place is going to be and then start ferrying stuff across. In order to make foundations, if you remember, let's bring it up. We need wood and stone, so having a ton of both, let's make as many as we can. We'll leave the bark. And actually, oh my god, we are so over encumbered. We are like massively slow at the moment. We don't actually have as much wood as I'd hoped. 19 foundations. That's going to be enough for a decent enough thing. In fact, let's cancel those. And what I'm thinking of doing is if we do wedge foundations as well, we could do like a nice circular base thing. I think that would be kind of cool. So we get 8 of those, and then we'll do the rest in square. And then we'll take those up towards where we found the ironstone and do something fun with them. Now, one thing I do want to do is, I mentioned us making a bedroll. We could do a fiber bedroll, but they're a bit pants for what we are capable of doing. So let's actually order this a bit better. Would it count as a building item? I guess it would. Rawhide bedroll. We just need 3 hide for that. Let's grab 3 hide and we'll queue that up. And we can put that down in between here and the other place. Just in case we die, we've got somewhere a bit closer. So give us 3. And we'll get one of those crafted up. Now, the more things we craft, the less encumbered we're going to become, which is going to be great for actually being able to move around. I do want to top up my water again. And in addition to all of this, we're going to have a ton of walls that we actually need to make as well in order to get our place nice and set up. But we'll start off with the foundation. We'll get that all planned out. And then we can come back and have a look at all the various bits that we have. So, knowing the route that we were going, it was across this this river and sort of up the hill. I think we'll get in position, we'll drop our bedroll off, and then we'll look at more mining and clearing of things. We're going to have to watch out for beasties like that guy. They'll be doing their fighting. We don't care about that. We just want to keep away from them if possible. So we're going to be tactically walking and running as we go around here. So that we don't run out of stamina at unexpected points. And we can keep our movement rate nice and high past all the trouble. So we don't run out of stamina, he says, and didn't realise that if you're running, when you drop, then it carries on using a stamina as if you were running because you're still moving forwards. Rounding up. We've not got far to go. It's a fun little run, this, actually. I mean, that thing is scary as all hell, but we could actually just go straight up here. Sensible choice, I think. And this in itself isn't going to be our new base. We're going to actually take it a bit further up. I want to get closer to where we were before we at least put our bedroll down. So we came down there and along that. The camp was just up on top of there. And that is a pretty good place for us. Close enough to the ironstone that we can do runs back and forth with enough space for us to build something that looks a bit impressive, I reckon. We just need to make sure that we don't fall foul of the pointy beasties there. But I think we should be okay. The only question we have to ask ourselves is which side do we want to actually put our base on? I think if we have a look up here... This whole area is nice and open. Plenty of space for building. We know that the ironstone is just over there because we saw it before. So I think this is where we're going to make our base, right? So, sandstone wedges. Let's start off with these. What I want to do is I want to do something that's a bit of a hexagon so that we can do an expanding circle out from that. Right, so in order to get things up, it's shift to adjust the height. We're going to have it just a tiny bit off the ground so that there'll be a little bit of a lip in, I think. And I think that way it'll be nice and level no matter which side things end up locking to. So starting with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from this we can do squares and triangles going off. So square there, then it'll be like triangle, triangle, triangle. Square there, triangle, triangle, triangle. Square there. I'm going to realise in a moment that I should have made many more triangles, actually. I've done this wrong. This one should be a square as well. Curses, right. So, if I hold E on this, I can dismantle it. That will give me back some of the resources. But not all of them. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I was just a little bit overzealous with the rate of expansion that. Okay, well, while we're here, there are trees that we can harvest. They're not particularly easy to get to, but it's good enough that we can do something. So we'll get ourselves a little bit of stone, and we'll make ourselves some more wedges. In fact, we've got a little bit of wood back. Can we just straight away go for wedges? We can get one. You know what? I'm actually going to drop my bedroll just so that if things go horribly wrong, we've got somewhere to come back to. Or if we die of thirst or something like that. So spawn point updated. We can respawn here or back at our base depending on what our preference is. Very useful. I think if we go over this way and try and get some wood. We don't care about branches, we just care about wood. So cacti will work. And all these trees will work. I do wonder if I can actually do anything with this giant tree up here. I'm very conscious that we don't have much water, so we will have to make a trip at some point. No, that's just not going to work. Don't look at us. Don't look at us. We're just deforesting the area. Nothing to see here at all. Why cut one tree when you can cut two at the same time? That's what I say. And this is going to be a much more impressive base than the last one, in a much better position for us to actually expand and work forwards. We'll have good access to hides from creatures and things. We've got more experience, so we know a lot more about what we're actually trying to do. I think this is actually going to be awesome. Let's get 3 more of these done and dropped off. So that one there, that one there, that one there, and that one there. And we've started. Okay, I think another level out is going to be definitely needed. So if we go around like that, we need more resources again. Drink, drink. We're going to eat as well. In fact, let's just eat some regular feral flesh. I think probably if we head down and restock our water, having a look at the map again, there is that little pool, so we could head down to that without taking too much time out. And we can grab more wood on the way back. We will have to try and fight one of those at some point. I am not relishing that prospect. I think that's the waterfall. Oh no, that's the waterfall just there. Actually got stuck on a rock. I was not expecting that. We're going to need fiber bindings for the roof and stuff, but we're going to probably do a multi-layer thing. So I think that's not going to be as urgent as getting a large foundation in place. I want to go out at least a couple of rings so that we've got space to work properly. And I might try and like expand and do like a squaring off for different sections. So we end up with trying to think what shape I can describe it as. Have you ever seen like the Transformers animated cartoon? Something a bit like the Matrix of Leadership with like a circle in the middle and then squaring off towards the edges as like the little wings. That could work cool. Now with the statues just over there, we're actually heading back towards. I see you just there. The new start area, which means the monsters should be a bit easier. Maybe not that one there. No, I think we're going to have to take on one of these. Right, we'll just wait for our stamina to come back. Yeah, I thought he might get us. And as you're going along doing that, you end up stunning them sometimes, but it's not consistent. Ow. That actually hurt. Right, we'll harvest this up because extra ragdolling. Extra bones. Always like extra bones. Right, that'll probably do for us to refill our water. That's that one refilled. We need to swap this over though. Okay. And we'll grab as much wood as we can on the way back. Plenty for us to harvest around here. Our new home will be mighty impressive. And probably off camera I'll move the resources between our old place and our new place. Once we've at least got the base structure ready. Now, because the foundations themselves take up less weight than the raw ingredients, we can actually get a whole bunch of these. Oh, we need more stone. Going, and not worry too much about how much it's all going to weigh. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get all the wood and then I'm going to get the stone when we're up there. Vines. Oh, I did see something about vines for entwining. That's good to know that we can get them from around here. What have we got that's taking up all that weight? Don't need the head. Let's drop that. Don't need the putrid meat. I don't care about the century egg. Consumable, my ass. I mean, that thing's going to be terrible. We'll keep the branches for roofing. We'll repair this with the little bit of stone that we've got. Just so we can get more wood. I mean, that thing is a mighty looking beast. I reckon if it bit us once, it would just be like, and bite us clean in two. You know what, we're going to go around this way. We're going to do a few more up this side, and then we'll head back up. So 302 wood at the moment. That's pretty damn good. That's going to allow us to make a ton of foundations. Still haven't hit our encumbrance limit, which actually surprises me. 302 wood is not a small amount to be carrying. Of course, everything that we have over at the old place, we're going to need to recreate. Okay, I think that's time for us to start heading back. Can carry on looting everything on the way back, of course. As long as we don't accidentally run into something that wants to properly kill us, we should be alright. But I think the path that we took previously is relatively safe. More woods, more of those little bug things. I also read online that you can turn seeds and plant fibre into gruel. So that's a potential source of food if you're watching and you don't yet have cannibalism. You can go full vegetarian and work things out that way. Not exactly what we've built our character around. We've built our character around eating everything that's bad for them. But that's half the fun, isn't it? Right, repair this. Repair this. Just a few more and I'll get some wedges making. With a circle-based structure that we're trying like this, we're going to need more wedges than squares. So that's primarily what we're going to be spending our resources on, at least initially. Okay, more. In fact, while we're doing that, let's get repairing going. It's important to not waste time when you're doing this, because there will be, unless you're working as part of a team, there will be a lot of resource gathering in this game. There's no two ways around it. A little bit of a grind. I mean, working together, you can do stuff much, much faster, but of course we're playing solo, so have to try and be efficient about these things. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. We've done this many times before. Okay, that's plenty for me to be getting all the wedges that we can possibly want going. So, 12 wedges. I don't know which we're going to run out of first, the wood or the stone. Probably the stone. Which is good because stone's easy to come by. And with 12 wedges, we should be able to finish off a decent amount of the next ring. I think what I might do is I might focus mostly on one side for the moment, so I can figure out how large I actually want it to be, how I'm going to do stairs upstairs and that kind of thing. We're doing alright to keep our stone supplies nice and high. Alright, how are we doing for wedges? Let's get 4 more. Can I repair this as well? Two at the same time. That's efficiency. And of course, when you're playing this, you'll probably pick somewhere more sensible than I did start. The base that we had originally, it had a lovely view, but it was just not near any resources that we were going to need. And rather than spending a full hour trying to climb over mountains and explore to find where we're supposed to be going for stuff, I thought it would be much better if we were to actually just, you know, bite the bullet, move our base as a whole, and build somewhere that's a little bit more spread out, so we're not feeling quite so packed in with what we're doing. Being up on the bridge, we were very much limited with how much we could expand side to side. So unless you're going to have just like an entirely long base, you have to move. You just have to. I think we'll do some square foundations next. So we'll get 6 of those. In the meantime, we'll get these wedges down. And we'll try and get them in place. Can I pick? Yeah, I can pick that up. Good. So these should go 1, 2, 3. Lovely. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to be just short. Can I make any more? Not quite. Need more stone. Still, we can get some more foundations out there. When you're building circles like this, rules of tessellation, wherever there is a triangle, you have to expand with square. Wherever there is a square, you have to expand with a triangle. So these are going to go around quite nicely like that, and they're just going to carry on out and out and out. Is it worth building a wooden box? Not yet. I think we'll get a lot more stone, and we will carry on expanding with what we have, and then we'll do boxes after we've got the foundation in place. And that's how we're going to go. And depending on how many rings you want, you can plan it out on graph paper, work out exactly what foundations and things you need to build, and that way you won't be kind of winging it the way we are. But because I don't know precisely how large I want the building, and I don't know exactly how I want to handle the sides and edges, I think this is a perfectly fine way of handling that. That's not working. Let's back off a little bit. There we go. Plenty of stone. I mean, with all the bits that are flying all over the place, we're really not the most efficient miner that that there is. Ooh, they have bows, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful about that. Glad we got to raid them while they weren't there. Just drink a little bit more. Okay, let's head back and see precisely what we needed. I think we needed at least 2 more wedges, so let's get those queued up. But we'll step in and we'll have a proper look. Okay, so we needed 1 wedge here. And another wedge there, yeah, so that was to finish off this layer. Now for the outside, we've got square, 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 so we need 2 more square for this side. We'll need 2 more for the bit a little bit further round. Ow! This is a bad time. Oh no. Ow. We are totally going to die now. Ow. Very ow. No. Alright. I want to respawn at our bedroll. We're not far away from our body, but we were just carrying way too much, and we must have angered them when we went over to grab.
Prey comes to us.
Oh dear. Come on. Oh jeez, we're over encumbered. This was a terrible idea. He's right on our body. Come on, take a shot at me so I can open my inventory and reorganize stuff. You're not gonna? It's coming towards us. That's terrible. Right. Maybe he's just like a scout. We must have just got really unlucky. Let's eat one of those, get the regen going. Where? Pick, axe, feral flesh. We'll have some more of that, get the regen going. And we were making foundations, so we'll carry that on as well. Definitely don't need that. Sealed water skin was there. The other one is fine up there. Is that all the stuff we had? Oh, we had the bow as well. I think that's about right. Oh no, it was the yog cleaver in there. Well, we can hack apart our body. That's something we can do. Yeah. I'm gonna get you, mate. I'm gonna get you just as soon as I free up some of my my damn weight. So we'll eat a bit more. And then onto the foundations. 1, 2. Once again, just keeping on the triangles. 1, 2. And we just need one more square one for this level. Where is that feral flesh? There it is. Really, really want to murder him. We got so much wood. It is just down to the stone. We'll do some more repairing at least in the meantime. And you know what? I could actually do with some more bits of my body to eat. We don't care about the severed arm. That's a waste of weight. Don't care about those. Where are the insects? Don't care about those. That's bringing us down to like 107. This is much, much better. Once we get more stone, we can get more foundation bits going. We need one more square, and then the rest will all be triangles. There's the square. Mighty, mighty miner, that's what we are. If you ever want someone to be the foreman of your mine, this dude is the chap that you're going to want. He knows all the techniques for just completely obliterating entire mountain faces. It is a little bit excessive. Okay, get on the wedges. We need all the wedges that you can make going 5 wood each time. We got way too much wood. I say way too much wood. We didn't get too much wood. We got probably the right amount of wood, just not in necessarily the perfect time for it. We didn't need to get as much as we did. I tell you what though, I am really glad that we brought that bedroll across. Having to run all the way back here would not have been fun. Okay, let's eat some more flesh, we'll make some more wedges, and we'll go and put these in place. Now this is sort of on the way back. As I said before, we are going to have to run back and forth between our old base and here in order to transport our stuff across. I'll probably do most of that off camera. I'll do some trips back and forth because it will be interesting to see, I'm sure. But we're gonna go the low way around rather than going all the way across the mountain top, because the mountain top route took absolutely ages and it didn't get us anything other than like climbing up to the very top and putting a campfire up on top of that, which was cool, but ultimately it hasn't, you know, given us any benefit. Let's drink a little bit more. I don't want to get too close to them, so let's make some more wedges and we'll actually go and put all these down. Can I make any more? Not quite. We'll just be a little bit low on crafting materials. That's okay though. And as you can see, where I've raised it up off the ground, we're going to constantly have that level foundation no matter which way the sand ends up running, which is great. Man, we've got so much stuff that we're going to need to do. As far as being over encumbered goes, what can we get rid of that's weighty? We do still... Oh, yeah. Actually, we can put these down. I didn't realise they'd made themselves in 2 separate batches. So, much more product. I've screwed that up. That was a mistake. Dismantle. We need a square one to go here. That's that final square one. That is a disappointment because that would have finished this section off quite nicely. Okay, well, we are back down just below our encumbrance level. But I think that's probably a good point for us to finish this episode off. We've got a little bit more to do on this particular ring round, but this is actually looking quite nice. We'll probably have like a little entrance thing coming in here. We'll have it opening up with a little side part off here for one type of crafting and side part off here for another type, and then maybe like a ramp or stairs or something at the back. But that's going to be for another time. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. It's been quite a lot of fun for me. And I'm actually really looking forward to the fact that we're moving our base across. I think that's going to put us in a much better position for expanding and progressing our character faster. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you should probably do so, and you'll be told when I go live in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Conan Exiles. I'll see you soon.